Yesterday I dropped an odd of 1.71 odds on basketball, and it came out so well. Actually, it has been a long time since we look into basketball games, and the only reason for that is because basketball happens to be a sport that is not really consistent. Because the way the score goes, the score point in basketball is volatile. So but fortunately we were able to paint the group with some winnings, and fortunately our basketball games came out so well yet yesterday. All right, so in today's particular video I'm going to look into some of the games that we have on basketball, and I'm going to reveal to you guys the factors behind their selection. All right, so if PSG and PSV caught your ticket yesterday, I'm very sorry for that. That is a sport for you. PSG lost by 3 goals to 1, and under the Netherlands League, PSV also lost to Volendam. So I'm going to reveal to you guys another market that you can actually use to evade situations like this. And I've been putting out the strategy because there are some situations whereby we have teams that are not expected to win the game, that they will be beating the big teams like that and anyhow like that. There are ways that you can actually evade that scenario. So we are going to talk about that later in the future videos. All right, so let's look into the games that we have for our basketball games for today. So naturally basketball is not something that is very hard like that, but the nature of the game, of the sport, can be tricky, so you need to be very careful when you are engaging with it. But I'm going to tell you guys the factors that I always consider before picking my own basketball games. So there are so many factors that you can actually consider before picking a basketball games, and we have so many markets, interesting markets under this basketball. Number one of it happens to be predicting basketball as over point. Actually under point is also working out so well, but I always favor over point compared to that of the under. And another market that you can also look into is the first quarter. That is for those people that are actually looking for value odds, and this market happens to be 50-50, but when you are using it in the right way, then your chance of winning it will increase to probably maybe 90% or 85%. I've made a video on how to predict basketball first quarter. You can actually check it out on our channel, either Analyze with Adeayo or Adeayo Pro Tips. So we have just 4 games in today's video, and the first one happens to be under the Indonesia League. And the reason why I'll be picking this game is because the game that is match between Satria against Kesatria. So this game that you guys are seeing, these two teams, although they are not consistent when it comes to playing over points and under points, sometimes their games will end up as 170 points, and sometimes you are going to be seeing games ending up as 120 points for this team, between these teams in their last 5 previous games against other opponents. But so far you're able to get the data for the average points scored for these two teams and the average points scored in the league. So if the current teams that want to play, if their average points scored is more than the league average points scored, then you are good to go. And for me, after checking the stats, the best market that you can actually go for in this game is either over 142.5 or over 143.5. So I'll be going with over 142.5, and sometimes the bookmakers will not provide you with the odd line that actually favors your start. My best advice for you is to skip it. Basketball don't pity. Even with 1 point, with just 1 point, you can lose your game in basketball. All right, so the next game that I have on the list is under the Czech League. So I have just one game there. That is a match between BK Pardubice and against BK Nova Oat. So this game, I noticed that their average point scored is also higher than the league average point scored. And after subtracting my own points, because I've made a video on how you can also use the over point, so The best market that you can actually go for this game is over 163.5. So if your bookmakers are not provided, you can see the middle odd line that you can have in this game, that is 176, and your normal prediction is supposed to be 166. But after checking the stats, I noticed that the middle odd that the bookmakers placed is kind of very high. So there is high probability that if you go for under point in this game, you will win. And the best market that you can actually go for safety purpose is to go for over 163.5 or over 164.5. The next game that I have on the list is under the Portugal League. So I have two games under the league, that is match for Porto and Benfica. So for the first game, the match between Porto and Immortal BC, this game we are expecting over 155. That is for Porto to actually win the game at odd of 1.21 odd. And for Benfica, the best market that you can actually go for is over 159.5. And if your bookmakers are not providing the odd line for this, please kindly run away from it. Basketball don't pity. So if you don't get the market odd line for 159.5, you can actually go with 160.5. All right, so we have just 4 games in today's basketball games, and the only secret behind this strategy is that you need to make sure that the two teams that you want to predict as over point, just make sure that their average point is higher than the league average point. So we have some games that the league average points will be higher than the teams involved average points. So games like that are mostly, they are best for under points, but under points can be tricky sometimes because in basketball points are scored and their inconsistency is the only problem. All right, now so for Sportybet users, I'm going to show you guys the booking code for this game, and the booking code happens to be PC532N, just 2.44 odd for our basketball games today. All right, so if you are just joining us for the first time, kindly make sure that you subscribe to this channel and like our video. And if you have any question regarding to this, please kindly drop it in the comment section. And if you want to join our private circle group or our hidden platform or our YouTube active membership pack, you are going to find all the links in the comment section and also in the video description. Let's win together. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.